Hey Bengals fans, Marisa Contipelli checking in from Paul Brown Stadium ahead of the Bengals Week 12 matchup against the Pittsburgh Steelers. CBS Analyst James Lofton will be on the call for Sunday's broadcast. And James, the Bengals are expecting to have left tackle Cordy Glenn back out there on Sunday. How much of a boost can he bring to this offensive line?
I know it's going to help because he's such a good player. I think the thing that everybody's going to be watching, especially his coaches on the sideline, is his conditioning. Because sometimes you get so amped up for the game, you go out for pregame warm-ups and you do all that, and then you have to go out and actually play the game. So those 10, 12-play drives that hopefully the Bengals will get in, maybe he'll be a little winded, but those will be good drives.
Now, when you look at the guy he's going to be blocking for in Ryan Finley, he'll be without A.J. Green, John Ross, and Auden Tate, going against a Steelers defense that has only allowed one 200-yard passer in the past 4 games. How big of a challenge could that be?
I think it's lots of Joe Mixon. This is going to be a tough defense to go against no matter how many years you've been playing quarterback. But to be in your third ball game, he's going to be able to look at some of the things that they did when he wasn't playing, when Andy Dalton was the quarterback. So he can get a preview of the Steelers against the Bengals offense. So that should help him out getting ready for his preparation.
Now, for last week against Cleveland, Pittsburgh had a bit of an uncharacteristic game. What can the Bengals defense take away from that outing and learn from the mistakes that they made?
I think any time that you can make corrections, that you can see things on film and that you can work on, it's to your advantage, no matter what time it is in the season. And a lot of players, they start to think about the offseason, different things like that. But really, you just have to focus on one play at a time, as corny as that sounds, but that's the way football is.
Now for Pittsburgh, they're going to be without James Conner. We're not sure yet about Juju Smith-Schuster. What type of challenge could that present for the Steelers offense if they will be without both of those guys?
Well, it's funny for the Bengals defense. They don't get to see those guys because they've been watching those guys so much on film, and they get bent towards stopping them. And now they have to face guys that they're not as familiar with. So some of that motivation that you need when you're going up against top players, you want that challenge. So for the Steelers, they have to replicate those same players, but they don't have the same talent that the starters have.
James, what is a matchup that you're going to be keeping an eye out for on Sunday?
I think one of the matches that I'm going to watch is the young Bengal receivers against 2 really good cornerbacks, Joe Hayden and Steve Nelson for the Pittsburgh Steelers. I'm looking forward to watching that matchup.
Well, James, we're looking forward to seeing you on the broadcast on Sunday. You can catch all the action between the Bengals and the Steelers on CBS.